State of Sports.
Welcome into the M&M State of Sports book. Did I have to repeat that before I started the podcast? Of course I fucking did, because I'm dumb. I got the boys with me. I got Stash Cuddy. Stash, how you living?
Good.
That's good. Morgan, beard's looking good.
Yeah.
It's growing.
It's come off probably in February. We'll see. I mean, if they win the Super Bowl, I might just have to let it go. Until they lose.
I mean, probably. The argument you guys had today about villains, by the way, in our group text message was one of the funniest things.
I mean, it's really just Nick.
No, I know.
It was an argument.
He lost to a fucking child.
Listening to Tim was hilarious.
That's so funny.
I'm just saying. Kid couldn't beat a baby.
It's true.
And then this dude has the balls to call for the rematch when he's in high school and fucking loses again.
Disintegrates into thin air.
What a clown.
The boy who's lived has come to
die.
That TikTok of that kid or video every fucking night at the dinner table.
So funny.
Parents kill me. All right, let's talk sports. Let's recap Sunday night, Browns versus Ravens. I literally have one word about this game: puke.
Yeah, that was one of the worst games I've seen in a while.
It was comical at the end of the first half. Morgan and I were literally laughing on the podcast.
Oh my God.
With what was happening.
It was like fumble, interception, fumble.
Like Lamar had
fucking
4
bad.
picks, and then Baker Mayfield.
And they still won.
Baker Mayfield sucks, dude. He's fucking awful, man.
Gonna be honest, both of them look like shitty quarterbacks that game.
Yeah, but at least Lamar has won an MVP. Baker Mayfield's done nothing besides progressive commercials. That dude sucks.
What do you think pays more?
Commercials.
Yeah, probably commercials.
Yeah, easy.
I was talking with somebody and they called Lamar Jackson one of the ugliest humans on the planet. And I was like, damn, that's rough, but probably true.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah. That game was bad.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Tucker won me fantasy, so I'm not going to complain.
You officially clinched.
I clinched. I'm in the playoffs.
I went to look at the percentages. You were 100. I'm 99. And Nick's at 2%. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm done completely.
Yeah, McCaffrey's out for the season. Do you just want to do a Nick's Fantasy Minute now?
Oh, there was it. All
right, perfect. Let's move to the Monday night game where it was the Seahawks versus the Washington football team. It was officially the end of the Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll era in Seattle. I mean, they're so desperate they signed Adrian Peterson this week.
To the practice squad, but
where did he just get signed?
He was on the Titans.
Oh yeah,
Titans.
Previously.
Did he even play?
He played a couple games.
He had like 8 carries for like 7 yards because he's washed up and old.
Yeah, not great.
So why not go to another team and try?
Yeah, I mean, try to rack up those all-time yards, I guess, for Adrian Peterson. I really don't give a shit, but I mean,
at least bringing a viable back like Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank Gore.
That man could still run. He's got a boxing match coming up.
Did you hear his friggin' interview with Pat McAfee today?
Yeah. Oh, today?
Or the other day when
I was gonna say it was from last week, but yes.
When he was like talking about like that he likes Pat McAfee because he's not a pussy.
Yeah.
He's like, I like Pat McAfee because you're not a pussy. He's like, I fucking hate pussies. Like on like a fucking interview.
Frank Gore is the realest dude out there.
Bro, he was so funny. And he was like, yeah, he's like, you would have fit in with that San Francisco locker room easy. Like, because you're not a pussy. Like that was his like thought process the entire time.
I mean,
the conversation
think about that locker room. They had Patrick Willis, like G. Frank Gore's a G.
Patrick Willis might be one of the scariest humans to put on the pads. But let's get back to the subject at hand. Obviously, we consider the Russell and Pete Carroll era in Seattle a success, right? With that one Super Bowl.
I would consider it a success.
Morgan, why'd you say no?
That defense, they blew a Super Bowl too.
They did.
They had a all-time defense for 4 years and got one Super Bowl out of it. I don't think I'd consider that a win. I
mean, coming from a guy that has a team that doesn't win many Super Bowls or had never been to one, I would take one Super Bowl in an era like that. It's kind of just perspective, I think.
Nah, I'm not letting that shit slide with Russell. Rodgers gets dinged all the time for only winning one. You don't think I'm going to ding Russell Wilson for only winning one?
I mean, that's fair. I think Russell Wilson is...
Just because he's a well-liked guy, he's going to get off the hook? I don't think
You can be better than that.
He's a man
I
of
could.
God. He's a man of God, Morgan. Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think I've been saying it for weeks, and now it's starting to circulate on ESPN. He's ending up in New York. He's gonna play for the Giants. Like it's just going to happen. Like
Great.
I wonder where. Do you think Pete Carroll's just done coaching, or do you think he goes?
He's 75. I don't see him now that the USC's gone. I don't see him. Where's he gonna go? Oklahoma, Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame's gonna hire their defensive coordinator. They said that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's the players want him,
but I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. Brian Kelly, by the way, what a fucking sick move. Breaks up with them via text message at like 10 p.m. Asks them to show up for 7 a.m. for a meeting. Has a 3-minute speech and then it walks out without taking any questions.
Now, would you have shown up to that meeting?
Fuck no.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
But, like the thing is, like I totally understand, like it's a business and like college coaches obviously move from place to place. But like, bro, if you think I'm showing up to that shit after like you're gone, like yeah, you have no authority here. Like,
so we're rooting for Notre Dame to get in the playoff just to have them go in
for chaos. Sure. For chaos. Sure. I am that'd be sick actually. Yeah. So you guys got any more thoughts about the end of the era in Seattle? Morgan, I know Morgan's deep down.
I was gonna say, I'm so happy.
Morgan's like, it's finally.
Now, if New England could just figure that out and disappear.
Not going to happen. They are literally going to the fucking Super Bowl. I can't wait. I am so happy. Just because, like, I just want them to win one, just to fucking punch one to fucking Brady.
They're never gonna go away for the rest of our lives.
I'm never gonna lose from this spot. That's Bill Belichick.
It's true though. They're just always gonna be there.
Yeah,
in the wings.
I'm actually doing a little surprise thing right here for Morgan and I. I know Nick's not huge into it, but Morgan, let's preview these college football games.
Sure.
So we got the championship games this weekend. Let's start with the Pac-12 game, Oregon versus Utah. You think Oregon gets slapped again by Utah?
No, I think they bounce back. I think they're going to win a tight one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Getting embarrassed like that in the way they were and they were in position.
It's in Vegas too.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I just don't think they get embarrassed again. It's hard.
Fair enough.
They're playing in that stadium?
Yeah, they're playing in Vegas Stadium, which is sick. Nice. That's sick. All right, let's move over to these two teams are playing in the Cowboys Stadium. We got Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Do the Pokes get into the playoff, Morgan?
They're getting in. Oklahoma's going to run this game. I think they win by double digits. And I think they roll into the playoff and go into the playoff.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
that for one of my bonus picks, I got a -5.5. So I would definitely take Oklahoma State on that.
Perfect. I watched Baylor a little bit this year. They were good. They beat Oklahoma. Obviously, Oklahoma State won Bedlam last week for the first time in a fucking decade. So,
I mean, the Oklahoma State has, I think, the second best defense in the country that nobody's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to a championship game, it's kind of like we'll see. But I think you're probably right. OK State wins. Let's move to the big one: Georgia versus Bama. Now, my question is,
Bama.
Is if Alabama, Georgia's ranked number 1, they have like the top defense in the nation. If Bama loses by 3 points, I think they get into the playoff. Like if it's in that window from 3 to 7 and it's like a really close, hard fought game, I think Bama sneaks in at 4 or a 3 just to switch it up.
I think they have to win, but if they're winning and Georgia scores at the last second to win, they might get in because of that, but I think they have to win.
Okay. I think if it's a close game, I think Bama will still get in because, I mean, you're not going to not have Alabama. Tickets for that game are going as low as $359. Damn, that's right by Morgan down there in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. All right. Obviously, I'm skipping over the conferences we don't give a shit about.
We care about the Pac-12.
I mean, it's Oregon. Let's talk about Michigan versus Iowa in Indy. Is Michigan going to win this game, or are they going to blow it? I know what you want to say, Morgan.
I have Iowa because they're getting 11 points. I don't think they win, but I think they'll cover. 11 points seems to be a lot. I think Iowa's better than that.
Iowa is very
Now,
similar to
granted,
Michigan.
I'm rooting for Michigan to lose because I think it'd be hilarious. But
Michigan historically never chokes championship games or important games.
not since what? Bo Schembechler?
Ask Chris Webber.
Timeout. Timeout.
There's none of those left.
We don't have any on this show.
I mean, are you really happy about that, though? UNC won a national championship.
I mean, no, but it's still funny.
Morgan, I mean, no, but yeah, I think I hope Michigan wins. I think it's good for college football if they get it in, but we shall see. Nick, it is your show. Let's get these picks rolling and we can get these kind folks out of here. I'm at 59.5 something percent, so I'm rounding up to 60%. That's where I'm still at.
59.5 something.
Yep.
We both
up.
split last week, so
You heard it. All right. We're gonna go with your lock of the week first.
I'll start. I got me and Santa's picks. My lock of the week is Miami versus the New York Giants -3. Miami's on a roll. They are, I mean, I'm believing in John Smith right here. They're making the playoffs.
last I looked, it was -4, but
when I looked at the line, it was -3.
oh, okay.
So,
All right.
I mean, actually, pause. I'll take the -4.
Let's say
I'll take not it being a field goal. I'll take that. That's fair. And then Santa's lock of the week is Indy versus Houston -7. Your dad, by the way, Santa, does this so early in the week. I need to start doing it to get
the better lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So smart.
Before the Sharks and swap, push the lines the way they want.
Money starts moving around.
I know Matt will love this pick. Taking the Rams -13 versus the Jags.
Come on, man.
I think the Rams have looked so bad the last few weeks that this is the week they got it. They're playing the Jags, so it's everybody's get right team.
I'm sitting right here.
Oh,
it wasn't Buffalo's get right team.
That was week 1. Who cares?
No, it wasn't. It was like 3 weeks ago.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, Jags suck. Let's go on over to the over.
I got my overs the Chargers and the Bengals. Both teams can score points. That's 50 points for the over. I think it's a high scoring game.
We might as well just go across the board with this. Chargers versus Cincy for me and Santa with the over.
GG's in the chat.
It's definitely hitting the under.
It is definitely hitting the under.
All right. Speaking of the under, let's hear it.
I got Jacksonville versus the Rams, kind of Morgan's thought process. I don't think the Jags are going to score many points. And I think it's going to be
the number on it?
47.5. I think it's going to be like a 35-7 game, which hits the under.
Do the Rams put up 49 themselves?
I mean,
think the Jags are going to get 7?
I mean,
that's wild.
It's a hope. Fuck Urban Meyer, man. That dude sucks. Anyways, Santa's under is the New York Giants versus Miami is at 43.5.
All right.
Going based off what I saw last week, I'm taking Baltimore and Pittsburgh 44. I think both offenses are not great.
That's a fucking layup.
And I think 44 is too many points. So I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, it's a good call.
All right. Let's go with the upsets.
Oh, this board sucked for upsets. I'm just going to say that out right now. I was torn between 5 different games. I thought about going the college route. Thought about Bama plus 6.5. I'm not doing it. I'm going to take Washington plus 2.5 versus the Raiders. I think the Raiders coming off their game against Dallas on Thanksgiving. It was an ugly game they won, but they put up points. It's a big kind of win for them. So I think it's going to be that kind of letdown spot after this week. So I think Washington again wins.
Fair enough. Santa's upset, which is crazy that the line was this, is San Fran versus Seattle plus 1.5 when he put his bet in.
Yeah, I know it's
Damn.
So
it's crazy. They're 3-point favorites now.
He's a smart man. My upset is Pittsburgh versus Baltimore plus 4.5. I think, after this week of hearing all the stuff in the news with Tomlin talking about how their defense is soft, I think he's going to have them fired up to play. It's in Pittsburgh. I think they'll be able to hold Lamar, and I think Ben will do just enough to get a win.
I think this game is a game where if the loser of this game is done, whether it's Baltimore or Pittsburgh, I think either one's done.
Interesting.
I think Baltimore's done already.
They're literally first in the AFC for record.
They're not
But I
going to do
think
anything though.
they almost always struggle beating Pittsburgh.
Hey, you're not wrong.
So
and it's in Pittsburgh. Like that's kind of
losing
my
to
thought process.
Pittsburgh is always seems to be deflating for them. So I think if they lose, it's deflating to the team. If they win, obviously they're fine.
Realistically, what would you put their percentage at of making the Super Bowl?
Baltimore?
Yeah.
1%.
Generously.
I mean, literally, I'm telling you right now, the AFC is going to be the New England Patriots representing in the Super Bowl. It's just
the Ravens aren't going to do shit. So
it's just what's happening. Like the New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. It's written on the wall. It's written in stone, blood, whatever you want to call it. Belichick's going back. Now the question is who does he play there? Is it Rodgers or is it Brady?
I mean, if the AFC game's first and New England wins, obviously Tampa's going to win because the NFL is going to want that matchup. So I get fucked again.
I mean, if it's rigged at the end, don't you think it's rigged to begin with anyway?
That's true.
Probably. Why do you think the Patriots are 9-4 or 8-4?
Well, I mean, they're absolutely dominating teams. That's why.
Yeah,
Like the fuck.
They're doing pretty good.
And Tom Brady got a cupcake schedule. So
Cry me a fucking river, dude. Like, what do you want, man?
It's nobody else's fault that Aaron Rodgers doesn't know how to walk in his own house.
Breaking his
he's like
toe.
79-8-1 at home.
Well, I mean, Rodgers is winning the MVP, so
Again.
yeah, he's really good at football. But yeah, I think that's it that we all got for the M&M Sportsbook. Unless anybody has anything to add, actually, I think Morgan has some secret picks. You want to throw them out there?
Oh yeah,
college?
so the college picks, we talked about the games a little bit. Bama, Georgia, under is 49.5. I'd take the under on that. I think Georgia's defense is really good. I think Bama's defense is really good. I think it's going to be low scoring. I mentioned take Oklahoma State at -5.5. That's too little. They're going to roll into the playoffs, and they're going to win a playoff game. I'm calling it right now. I think they're going to the
if they
college football championship.
If they get Cincinnati, then sure.
They're going to jump to the 3 at least. They're not going to be the 4 spot.
All right, they're not going to beat Michigan. Michigan's going to just run the ball down their fucking throat.
I wouldn't be sure about that. And then obviously I think Iowa +11 is too many points. So take Iowa +11 versus Michigan.
Fair.
So those are the
Good
three.
There
you have it, folks. That's it for the M&M Sportsbook. We're getting out of here for Stash Cuddy for the Big Dog Sawyer. Talk to you all later, and go Pack Go.